And so it has begun. What you are looking at is the very first tick of the 2019 summer season. Yay. All right. What up, all? Total Control 871. I know I've had some people asking for a review of the tent, or more specifically, more Camp Evergreen stuff. I've been a little busy, but what I did want to do definitely was show you guys how the tent held up over the winter. So, what we're going to do, the very first thing I did, now that Mr. Tick has made his presence known, definitely hit myself off. When using your bug repellent, you're going to want to think phlebotomist. Meaning, sorry to show you guys my big hams, but no, seriously, see, this is where you put it on. Lots of people, they'll hit off their front and completely leave the back unprotected. That's your veins and arteries. That's where the bloodsuckers, the ticks, mosquitoes, that's where they're really going to want to go for. So make sure you know it's in the really good spots. Next, I killed, that is a dead tick that's on that screen. Rappel was very late getting their Primathrene on the shelves. As a result, I had to go with Sawyer. I'll let you know how it works. I got 2 big cans of this, and believe it or not, the purpose of this is for treating the tent. Things that suck blood, they like dark colors. Number one, with all of this being screen meshing, you know, like our tick was crawling right up because I was sitting inside. So obviously, you guys know, they're attracted to your CO2, you know, your breath, what you exhale. So I got out the Primathrene, I gave it a quick blast, and the tick basically died on contact. It's like all shriveled up now. See, I'll get a stick. Yeah, it's just it's dead. Sorry. And there it goes. So, fuck you, Mr. Tick. What I need to do for treating a tent like this, well, we've got a couple of issues. Here. Number one, our awning. Let's see, let me look first. Okay, there's nothing there. But we see that our awning is brown, which is a dark color, which is what a tick, especially the brown ticks, they're going to be attracted to. Our wind is like kind of blowing up the tent here, the tarp, should I say. The reason why I'm pointing this out is that I am very tall, and when this wind comes down, you know, as I come and go out of the tent, especially with the bike helmet on, my head, you know, can you guys see, especially when I go to stand up, when I go to see, the wind's blowing it back up again. But yeah, see, so I need to work on a solution. I do have something in mind. I've got something in mind. But that being said, right now what I need to do, I need to get at least this entrance protected with the Primathrene. I'm going to have to spray, and I think I'm going to have to do it at night, because you really don't want to be touching and handling the fabric at all for several hours after you've treated it, because we see that this is our flapping, so ticks could be inside here, inside there, and when you go to unzip, you know, zzz, you know, your hand, it's running, you know, and if you're not paying attention, you can pick up ticks. So I got a treat. Paying close attention here. Also, I'm thinking about treating the underneath side of this thing with Primathrene, but I don't know what's gonna happen. This stuff is like a plastic. What happens to tarp material when it comes in contact with Primathrene? Will it melt? I don't know. It does say for clothing, camping gear, tents. Tents aren't exactly made of the same material that tarps are. Sorry. Like I said, I'm standing up. It's very painful. Anyway, tell you what. Let's take a look at the tent. So our tarping held up really good, you know, really well. This film, it's actually, I think, the siliconing. So after X amount of rains from the winter, you know. But yeah, our tent. Let's cut on some light, maybe. You know. She held up pretty good, you know. Still all put together. What is that? Yes, sirree. There's another one, alive and kicking. See its antenna sticking up? It's turning toward me. The CO2 is detecting it. Look at it, running for me. Oh, gimme, 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 gimme. Ah, fuck you, bitch. You gets nothing. At least not yet. We still got a whole summer to go. But yeah, matter of fact, let's check out the other side. Again, holding together really well. So here's my concern about this side of the tent. This is the side where the tarp doesn't really come down as much as I'd like it to. I'd actually like it to be a bit more like awning, where it comes out some more. My tethering options are limited with the configuration of the surrounding trees. Everything is holding up very well. Those are tires from the Black Rider. Gotta put them into storage. Yeah, but everything is very well, holding up very good here. And in case I'm not making it clear, the point that I'm making, trying to make, the camp cost about $1,100. The same amount of money that you pay just for rent, just for your box, every single month. I understand there are room rentals that are somewhere in the $600, $700, $800 range, but still, that's every single month. And of course, we haven't even begun to speak about utilities. So, I am living a sustained existence here for my $1,100. Whatever it is you may think of me, of the homeless, of stealth camping, the economics cannot be disputed. The point that I also want to make out here is that I understand you guys have homes that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars that you will spend the rest of your life paying for. The rest of your life, I know some of you make more money than others, so by the time, you're a senior citizen, if you're lucky, your home will be paid for. And then what about repairs? In other words, a lot of senior citizens end up being forced into selling their homes rather early because they're no longer working and no longer have the money for the upkeep of the home. Keeping a home upkeep, it's very expensive. God forbid anything happens to my tent. The reality is that for a few $100, it can be replaced. In California, the wildfires in Oklahoma's and Florida and all of these natural disaster prone areas, when your home gets annihilated, it takes a small fortune to replace. Or if you talk about it collectively as you're statewide, it costs a king's ransom, several king's ransom, billions. It's into the billions of dollars. Obviously, as I started out this video, there are a great many downsides to living in the woods. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Thankfully, I didn't have any winter critter problems. Although I can't speak for the summer. I also need to premethrine the fabric of the trailer. Ticks will definitely crawl up onto it, especially with it being a dark color, and then travel right down the hitch arm, right up to the bike, to the Black Rider, and dare I even say crawl straight up my fucking ass. Not good. Now we do have a bit of a problem. Locking, or the gap that is left after it's been locked, As these three zippers come together, unfortunately, it does not create, there's definitely enough room there for a tick to come through, ample room actually. You can see outside, see? The daylight. God damn. This is also what I was talking about. Keep the seat covered, plastic bag, because I did hit myself off with the DEET inside the tent. Sorry. I know I'm winded. I'm also going to be doing an announcement about this summer launching a serious weight loss initiative. Like I say, I can feel my musculature, my skeleton. Look at me, I got the heebie-jeebies. I think every little thing, something's crawling on me now. Weight loss initiative. What's been happening? What's been going on as far as what was supposed to have been my life? After conducting or executing societal abandonment, leaving big auto and big mortgage behind. I was supposed to have been living a free and liberated life, and of course, that didn't happen because of the police tyranny, the unlawful stops, ticket harassment, police with axe to grind, frail egos. So I've been dealing with that, and of course the relentless, ongoing, never-ending court appearances since what 2014, 2015. It's left it has taken a toll, but I've been speaking about this already, being the root cause of my depression and my psychological trauma. Um, I have put so much on hold, chasing after justice. Um, and what I need to do now is, because, I mean, seriously, my skeletal musculature, ligature, it is just, like, have you ever seen movies where the steel girding starts making noise before it collapses? That's what it feels like. The weight is extremely bad, and it wasn't this bad, in the beginning. Um, Also, but like I said, it's not just simply eating all the wrong things. It's also the depression, sedentary, my hormonal disorder. I try to be very real, very frank. I don't hide behind my hormonal disorder as a automatic get out of jail free card. It is definitely, if you are serious about weight loss, making that change, that life change, then it begins with a very frank and honest assessment of yourself. Um, there is a component of food addiction involved in this, in addition with psychological trauma and a hormonal disorder. So there's a lot of things that's coming together to make a perfect storm of bodily deterioration. So I know. What was it, the unlawful U-turn crash video? I walked into into frame, and you guys had the unfortunate vantage point of seeing my enormity, but yeah, I am not oblivious to it. I am aware of it, and I am hoping to tackle that this summer. It's not going to be all of it. I'm setting a very, very modest goal of about 30 pounds by the end of the summer. A guy my size, I think I'm up to 450 now. I think I'm up to 450. So, I'm setting a modest goal of 30 pounds. If I hit 50, if I do 50 pounds, hey, great. But 30 pounds, and guys, the bigger you are, some of you might know this already, the bigger you are, the easier it is to begin. Because, I don't know if you can see it, there's a thin film of sweat on me. So it's like a sponge that is just saturated with water. The least littlest touch, it begins to shed water. So the least littlest movement, obese people my size begin to shed water. And that's a good thing, because you do indeed want to shedding any kind of weight. It doesn't make a difference if it's just water weight. Any and all weight, just get it the fuck off your frame, man. Get it off of the frame. Get it off the Black Rider's frame. So but the reason why so much of this has been put on hold, well, again, I want to be as positive, because like I said, I don't like to give you guys a steady diet of woe is me, gloom and doom. But the frank truth of it all is that I really didn't know if I was going to be alive uh, the next week, the next month. So a lot of things got put on hold. A lot of the Black Riders repairs got put on hold because I just didn't know what was going to become of me. So the Black Rider, oh my God. I know I'm using it for a hanger. Sorry, for a hamper. Sorry. Well, if you really want to know, I mean, yeah, I got my bib covering the GoPro. For my GoPro users out there, the things are Wi-Fi enabled, which means that yes, a person with the correct equipment within vicinity of your device, they could hack it and start watching you and listening to you. The GoPro, it's supposed to make sounds, beeps, and display red LEDs when it activates, and it's supposed to display a blue LED when the Wi-Fi is activated. But of course, all of this can be hacked. Matter of fact, in the camera does have the ability to go into stealth mode, where it shows nothing on its display but it's recording, So as far as, I say hack, but all somebody would have to do is, well, hack the camera, and then just simply toggle the right settings on the GoPro. So yeah, I do. I keep my cameras covered, all of them. Whether it's the phone, all the cameras covered. And of course, I only utilize web-enabled devices that are capable with removable batteries. Yeah, a lot of see. Facebook is still having scandals, and what was it? There's a bunch of scandals about locations and stuff. If you can't take your battery out, you guys thought it was so cool. They were all doing videos on YouTube a couple years ago. Ooh, look at me, I'm dunking my phone in a tank of water. Oh, fucking idiots. Anyway, yes, let me get back to my thought here. Definitely going to be tackling the weight. I need to get it off. How about that cough? Did you guys notice that cough? I never could really shake it all winter. I was thinking the other day, do I need to go for a fucking chest x-ray? No. Why? Whatever it reveals and shows, I'm better off not knowing, you know. Again, that's the life of the homeless. When symptoms appear, sometimes you're just better off not knowing, because after all, we don't have health insurance. I don't have health insurance. I wouldn't be able to anyway. But yeah, so it's an exercise in faith. Again, I am very much indeed clueless. I got a notification in the mail, something about a second notice for my suspended driver's license, demanding payment for a fine that I don't owe. So there's been absolutely nothing in the mailbox about the court unlawful fines. I want to get my life underway into a phase of recovery, and I'm going to do that on faith, because I honestly don't know what's going on with the court situation. Nothing has changed as far as my intentions. If the police move on me to abduct me, those officers will be met with violence, and I will fight for my life. I will fight for my freedom, and if it ends in my death, then so be it. I choose death. I choose death rather than the abduction and the sexual assault that comes with incarceration. Like I said, I'm trying to make this as upbeat as possible. So, yeah, our tent, she held up good. One more time, thank you, invisible people. Changing lives, saving lives, Thank you. So, like I say, I'm not here gloating against you homeowners. I'm not here spiking a football. I'm not here rubbing your mortgage in your face. There are very definite downsides to living homeless in the woods. Very definite. All it takes is for one of those fucking bloodsuckers to get lucky, and the transmission of, God, I hate saying the L word, Lyme disease. See, I'm very fearful of contracting something that is chronic and that would require expensive medical care that I cannot afford. That's what I'm fearful of. So check my time here. 25. Yeah. So, there's downsides to this thing. It's not all Grizzly Adams, get away from it all, because I know a lot of guys out there, they see the romance to it all, and it has its romantic moments. I won't lie. It does feel good. But again, if I were to have my overall preference and choice, I definitely would like to live in a traditional apartment, just one that I could afford, that does not deplete me of all my money, where I am locked in a box. The Black Rider, its annual maintenance. I'm smiling now because I'm thinking of my mysterious benefactor. Oh my God, I don't want to say too much. It's like, I was blessed. I was greatly blessed, and I am just beaming from that still. Oh my God. Um, yeah, so, you know what? Let's see if we can wrap this video on that kind of a pleasant note. I am taking strides to improve my life, improve my weight. By the way, before you snark at my at my peach pie, my 50-cent peach pie, that actually is part of the initiation, the start of it all. Peach pie, how can that possibly be? Well, because part of the food addiction, it was that goddamn delicious ass Patti LaBelle peach cobbler. Oh my God, so instead of peach cobbler, I'm having 50-cent peach pie, which are individually packaged, which means that I can control things a little bit better. So it's in accordance with that. I think you got a book out called "Eat This, Not That." I'm doing a little bit of that. I fully understand that I am in a detox phase right now. We're not going balls to the walls. No, I am not giving up my Mountain Dew. Sorry, foodies, it ain't happening. Okay. All right, give me a fucking break here. All right, I'm baby steps, baby steps. All right, guys, that's it. Tent's holding good. Gotta treat it. Prima 3 in it. Tick defense. That's what's going on right now. And of course, the Black Rider is in tip-top shape. And when the Black Rider's feeling good, I'm feeling good. Total Control 871. Black Rider.